All right, the Cleveland Browns quietly making a really smart move. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but this channel fully dedicated to teams that just kind of get overlooked by the national media. Cleveland Browns being one of those teams, and we've kind of always rooted for each other just because we're close to each other. Different conferences in football, close to each other. So here's what they did that it's like these little moves that just you got to get there. You know, you got to be good ones. And this comes from a Tennessee website. So the Cleveland Browns signed Tennessee Titans cornerback to a deal. And may not have noticed this. This is just kind of happening now as the combine's kicking off. But 24 years old, Kendall appeared as a rookie in 16 games for the Tennessee Titans. He finished the year playing 323 snaps on special teams. Didn't play that many on defense. We get it. Same thing last year in 2024. However, what you're trying to do right now is to just accumulate talent in positions that you need. Defensive back, can't go wrong there. If nothing else, he can be a big-time special teams contributor, but this allows you, every move that you make in free agency, every move that you're grabbing somebody, it allows you to be that much more flexible when it comes to. This is the Manta Sleep Mask. Join Craig and I in sleeping better in 2025. Manta Sleep helps you fall asleep and stay asleep with the products that they have. Their sleeping masks are unlike anything else. They've got a sound mask, a pro mask, silk mask, and they've got weighted, cooling, everything you need to help fall asleep and stay asleep. They also have a noise machine that's perfect, and they've got some sleep add-ons like a pillowcase, some pillow spray, a sleep journal, things to help you get the sleep that you deserve. Also, they have kids sleeping masks. This is great because kids often don't sleep very well or can have trouble in seasons. Help them fall asleep and stay asleep as well. So make sure, hit the link and use our code for 10% off. Hit the link in the description, 10% off your draft. If we look at the Cleveland Browns draft, and we'll get back to that guy in just a second, look at all the picks that you have. 4 picks are not even your own. You've got 3 comp picks. If you're a Browns fan, things are a little weird right now. Not sure about your quarterback, not sure about your cap space situation, but here's where you can draw some hope, is because you have 4 picks in the first 3 rounds. And look how quickly things can turn around. And this is example of, here's the mock draft of 3 rounds. What you can do with that first, because if you get guys like Anthony Kendall, corner, special teams, depth piece, it allows you to take bigger swings in other areas, right? Pretty simple. Now, you'll really dive into that when you get to free agency, but again, you don't have a lot of free agent money, so you're going to need to pick these types of guys up when you can, and that's just what it is, and you're going to have to knock drafts out of the park. Like, that's what the formula is for the Browns. Anthony Kendall, back to him just for a second. He went to the Titans, Ravens for a minute, and then Cleveland Browns. So the Ravens is the one where we didn't talk about it there. He's 5'10", 177. He's a special teams ace. He really is. So keep an eye on him as the season progresses here, or as the offseason progresses, and he's a guy, Anthony Kendall, you have to keep an eye on. Now, if you're a Browns fan, here is pick number 2. So we go to the mock draft here on this. You either are going to solve your quarterback situation or you're going to get Abdul Carter. Can't go wrong. I mean, that is the 2 situations that you're in. Then you go down to the next round, defensive lineman, or you got a really star defensive end or corner that's going to be right there as well. So first 2 picks, you could get a stud defensive end to pair with, oh yeah, that's another thing you got going. You got your star defensive end wants out. See what happens there. But it matters, but it almost doesn't, because it's like, man, and if I'm the Browns, I look to trade him, really. I get it. You don't want to be trading star players, but at the same time, if we go back here, what if you can add another first round pick and then a first round pick next year, or a couple twos and a 4. I don't know, right? There's so many different things you can do. So if you're a Browns fan, I'm just going to full circle it here. There's moves that can be made. You're making moves that are what you have to do. And those moves are, you're going to go grab lower cost free agents to fill spots, draft really well, and I think you're done with your quarterback. And so you're either going to draft your quarterback high or you're going to get Abdul Carter. So, right, life's just like, okay, we've got some things going on here. Now, another thing is that The Athletic came out with basically when they ask the team report cards here. Let me just show you this just so you have an idea. Team report cards, and here are the Browns. And I think this is where it really starts to get bothersome if you're a Browns fan, is that there's some different categories. Treatment and facilities, not great. Okay. Food and dining area, not great. The nutrition is good. Locker room, F. Training room, D. It's like, gosh, what are we doing? Like, let's get some things going here, Browns. Gee whiz. So if I'm looking at this, I'm like, all right, the Browns ranked low on this. They need some just energy, some juice, some pop. So it's like, give me a quarterback. Give me Abdul Carter. Let's draft out of this world. Myles Garrett, you don't want to be here anymore? See ya. Goodbye. Give me some draft picks. That's what I hope that they get going and start doing. So again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We are really like talking about the Browns. Haven't talked about them lately because of just like, that end of that last year was rough. Just like, what is happening? What is going on? But I think the future is shockingly bright, and at least, if nothing else, fun and entertaining, because you've got a lot of moves that can be made, and it's like, let's make moves. Let's do some weird things rather than sit around, try to hold on to Myles Garrett. He doesn't want to be here. Our quarterback, Deshaun Watson, it's time to go, buddy. It was fun experience. We'll eat whatever we have to eat. You saw the Broncos do it with Russell Wilson. Just eat it. Eat all the cap space you can possibly eat and just go from there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Videos coming like crazy now that we're getting close to free agency, and we're going to get all kinds of draft stuff coming up. So it's all going to be there. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll see all of you on the next one.